I'm joined now by Aiden Lavelle and Jack Kelly of European Green Transition. We're here to talk about the progress that the company's made in its first year as a listed entity. Aiden, it was a busy year for European Green Transition. What were some of the most significant achievements over this year?
Yeah, it was a busy year. I suppose the most significant achievement was the listing back in April. We started trading on the 8th of April. Had a very solid fundraise of £6.5 million and one of the few AIM listings this year, which was a really good start for us. And then we've been busy since advancing the Alstrom rare earth project in Sweden and assessing other options for potential revenue generating businesses to bring into the company. So yeah, it's been a very busy year, but we've made good progress so far.
You mentioned Alstrom. Could you talk us in a little bit more detail through the progress you've made at Alstrom and how it's moved through the value curve since we first started talking about it all those months ago?
Yeah, we've actually made a lot of progress. We, I suppose, hit the ground running. Soon after we IPO'd, we actually received our drill permit, which gave us a fully approved drill permit to both carry out the scout drill program, which we did in August, but also a fully permitted resource infill program should we or a partner wish to do that. And so we had some very positive community meetings as well after the IPO and announced some channel sample results and grab sample results, which were well received. And then positive metallurgy in July. So we were able to show that the mineralization style at Alstrom can produce a high-grade rare earth concentrate, which sort of de-risked the project for future work. And then in August, we started drilling our scout drill program on the priority targets that we had worked up with the team during the previous months. And that program was very successful. We intersected mineralization in all of the 13 holes. We had some significant intersections across most of those holes as well. At Alstrom West, for example, we had 8.2 meters at 0.94%. Which is comparable to some of the intersections in the resource, and that's about 300 meters from there. So there's a lot of potential to expand the resource to the northwest. And then 2.5 kilometers northwest of the historic resource at Jupiter, we drilled 10 holes, and all of those hit mineralization and some really positive results there as well, like 2.45 meters grading 2.7%, but within a much broader zone of 22.5 meters at 0.68%, which again is comparable to the type of intersections you get in the resource. So we've demonstrated there's a lot of upside at Alstrom and de-risk the project for incoming partners, and that's our aim now to market the project.
Yeah, so some interesting talking points there. I was going to ask you what's coming next for the project, and you mentioned the possibility of partnership. Anything else to talk about in that regard?
Well, all the work that we've done to date has been about de-risking the project in terms of technical de-risking, but also, doing some social work and then having the full drill permit for any future resource drilling. So yeah, we're very pleased with the results, and our plan now is to aim to monetize the project. We're talking to several parties, companies that are involved in rare earths, other companies that are in the exploration space in critical metals. So yeah, we'll be reaching out to those. We just announced the final results this week, so we will compile all the data now and prepare it for third parties. So the aim is to monetize the asset.
I'll turn to you now, Jack. It's not all about Alstrom, of course, is it? European Green Transition has signed an option for Limini copper tailings, for example, this year. What are the next steps for this project?
Yeah, so as I said, we've signed an option on the old Limni copper mine. So this is 8.1 million tons at 1.1% copper. It was mined between 1937 and 1978. So there's significant, or we believe there's significant copper still at the site, and sort of more modern methods can actually access that. So I think as Aiden mentioned, really the goal for EGT going forward is to try unlock opportunities with near revenue stage potential, and with the option we've signed over the Cyprus copper tailings recycling project, we see sort of two potential revenue streams. First being extracting copper from the tailings from the old mine using a hydraulic pumping system, which we think we can do in a very capital efficient manner. And then once that's done, once the site, has we've extracted the copper from the site, and we think there's opportunity for a renewables project there, potentially solar. Cyprus has some of the highest solar irradiance in the EU, in Europe. So we see a huge opportunity to partner with a potential solar developer there. In terms of the work we've done, and since bringing the option on, we had an initial sample program which had 68 samples that showed that there was copper present at the site. We had samples ranging from 0.41% to 0.92% in the sulfo crust at the surface. So that again confirmed our initial understanding or initial belief that there was copper at the site. The next stage now is really to do a sample of the hydraulic pump test, and we're engaging with key stakeholders in Cyprus to proceed, and hopefully we'll have an update on that in the near future.
And you've also got the Altan carbon credit project. How's that going?
Yeah, so this is one that we're very excited by. The initial site is a 1,370 acre site in Donegal in northwest of Ireland. There's huge potential to scale this across Ireland. The peatlands cover 1.5 million hectares in Ireland, and about 30% of that is degraded. So ultimately, the purpose of the project is to rehabilitate this peatland. Degraded peatland essentially leaks carbon into the atmosphere, whereas we're looking to restore the peatland to its natural state and its natural function, where it sequesters carbon from the atmosphere, and as part of that, you're able to generate a carbon credit, and there's also credits for biodiversity, for water, and social impact. So again, we want to scale this across Ireland. We see a number of opportunities. We've been talking to a number of the key stakeholders, a number of large landowners who are sort of like the idea, and we're trying to put together a framework whereby we can actually scale this and then start generating revenue in the near term. I guess next steps is the Irish Peatland Code is in public consultation at the moment. We expect it will be in force early next year, and from that point, we'll have the actual framework with which we will be verifying these credits against in the future. So that's a key step in the near term, and we're looking forward to that. And ultimately, in Ireland in particular, we see huge opportunity. I think I've mentioned before around sort of the data center potential, and data centers have grown significantly in Ireland, and with that, their energy consumption has grown from about 5% of total consumption in Ireland to 21% of energy consumption in Ireland in 2023, and that number is expected to increase. So these companies are really looking to I suppose support their goal towards going towards net zero, and being able to invest or support an Irish nature-based peatland restoration project is something that can be very attractive for them.
So you guys have shown yourself to be willing and capable of executing deals, Jack. What are your key priorities in the deal pipeline for European green transition as we look to 2025 now?
Yeah, well, look, I think there's two key things we're looking to achieve in 2025. I think we've mentioned our M&A focus model, and that we're looking to try bring in opportunities across the wider green economy that are supporting the transition to a greener economy. But ultimately, the key criteria is that the business will be revenue generating. We obviously want something that is profitable, but there are a number of businesses out there that we feel we can target, that we can bring to profitability in the near future. And I guess also the ability to scale these businesses, and that's something that our team have the track record of doing across a number of public companies on AIM. And the types of companies we're looking at, we want to be clear that it's companies with minimal technological or development risk, types of businesses such as services businesses are the sort of sweet spot in what we're looking at the moment, and we hope to be able to update people further on that in 2025, and that's a key goal to get over the line. As well as that, and something myself and Aiden are working really hard on at the moment is monetizing the existing exploration assets. I think Aiden gave a bit of an overview on our plans for the Alstom Rare Earth project and how we've significantly de-risked that project from the work programs in the summer. And we hopefully that will be a key step in monetizing that asset in 2025. As well as that, we have the Pajala copper project in Sweden. And again, a key focus for 2025 is to monetize that project and ultimately deliver value to our shareholders. So you can see we have a lot planned for 2025. It will definitely keep us busy, but we think it's all achievable and can really transform EGT in 2025.
So plenty to look forward to. Congratulations, you guys, on closing out your first calendar year as a listed entity, and we've enjoyed watching your progress and look forward to lots more interesting news in 2025. Thank you, Aiden Lavelle and Jack Kelly.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alistair.